Live from Orlando and RG, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, and if you're a casual fan, or maybe this is your first time seeing competitive Madden, it's a real treat because with Problem representing the Chargers, you are legit seeing the greatest Madden player of all time. And on the other hand, Michael Skimbo in the other game representing the New England Patriots. If anybody can catch Problem as the greatest Madden player of all time, it's going to be Mike Skimbo, because his dominance as of late has been so impressive. It's two of the biggest treats you're gonna get. This is a great introduction to competitive Madden if this is your first time here joining us, checking out the action.
And we'll be doing a little play-by-play in color, but we'll also be getting into a little red zone style as things start to get exciting and crazy, which we know they're sure to do it. Right here with Skimbo and Blocky. Skimbo's gonna have it first at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and these guys pick their playbooks. You can pick whatever playbook you want. Skimbo's running the West Coast offensive playbook with the New England defense. And you got Blocky. He's running the West Coast offense with the Kansas City defense.
Already getting a jump. These guys can make coaching adjustments of how aggressive they want their players to play. He set his line to aggressive, and Skimbo comes out, gets him caught with a fake hike, so it's 1st and 5. Maybe that'll neutralize that blocky pressure, which has been the key to him getting to this point. 1st and 5. Carson Wentz is at the helm for Skimbo. And Jamaal Charles, the former Longhorn.
And I'll say this, Skimbo usually runs a shotgun bunch formation, but you see him audible into this pistol. When we said he prepared for Blocky for 3 months, the reason he's in this pistol right there is because he labbed this formation, and that's the formation that gives him the best chance to make Blocky jump off sides, because Blocky sits on that aggressive pass rush adjustment. So this is great lab work by Skimbo. I know I'm speaking a foreign language to some of our casual users out there right now, but in the Madden world, this is high-level stuff you're seeing from Skimbo. That's world-class preparation.
And we say labbing, that's really what it is. Preparation, think of it as training, practice, getting ready to get out there and face your opponent. And he's really been preparing for that man right there for weeks. 2nd and 6 for Skimbo.
Oh, Blocky is not expecting this. I'm telling you, Blocky's used to sitting in this defense on that aggressive pass rush, and this guy's not jumping off sides. But Skimbo found that pistol formation that's increasing for some reason, getting those guys to actually jump. It's just world-class prep.
And there is Carson Wentz. Will take off to the 40-yard line, and just like that, Skimbo's already on the other side of the 50.
And with Mike Skimbo, he's the perfect representative of the New England Patriots. The way he attacks this game is so schematic, it's so surgical. He labs and practices hours upon hours. He is all about his business, and he embodies what the New England Patriots are about just as good as anybody.
He's the Madden 17 champion. He's already won a major here in Madden 18, and he's looking to join the New England Patriots in Minnesota at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and don't forget, the guys that make the finals of this tournament get tickets to that Super Bowl, and nothing more than Skimbo would like, not only to win this cash, but to get tickets to see his team play in that big game.
2nd and 12 at the 42. Bunch formation to the right. Brendan Cooks is solo to the left. That's been his main target the last couple days. And Wentz will take off again.
He's got blocking.
Got a blocker, and then he slides down at the 25. And the former North Dakota Bison, Carson Wentz, picking up some big yards.
And this isn't impromptu stuff he's doing. Everything he's doing right now, Scott, has been practice. He knows exactly what defense Blocky is in, and he's practiced exactly how he wants to attack this. It's very rarely you're going to see Skimbo make a mistake or a bad read.
Handed off to Charles. Almost got blown up in the backfield. Lucky to get back to just the line of scrimmage.
And that Jamaal Charles, like you said, he likes to pass the ball a lot, does Michael Skimbo. So when we're talking about much salary cap and you build your team, Skimbo didn't spend a lot on his halfback. That's only a 78 out of 99 overall. Jamaal Charles only has 84 speed. He's not an elite running back.
And there is Cooks inside the 10-yard line down to the 8 RG.
And you're going to hear me say dot, Scott. When I say Scott, dot, Scott,
I love it. You're busting rhymes.
That means he found somebody open, he threaded the needle, and he completed a good pass. I'm sure Skim would have liked to get in for 6 on that one, though. Here's the draw.
And Charles will actually lose a yard there, so we got 2nd and goal from the 9. We mentioned 5-minute quarters, 30-second play clocks. So all of a sudden, we are just chewing it up here in the first quarter.
Yeah, these games go by quick, Scott. So people are going to be more aggressive with their play calling.
They got him to jump again.
He's in the lab. This is good lab work by Skimbo. And
so they'll move him ahead 5 yards to the 4.
And don't forget, Blocky's representing those Miami Dolphins. He's a diehard Dolphins fan. Skimbo, a diehard Patriots fan. So you're not just representing yourself, you're representing your favorite organization, playing for that team. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
If you're a Dolphins fan, this might be your best chance to knock off a Patriot. Been a while. 2nd and goal. Hands it off to Charles on a delay. And he dances his way to the 3. Not much there, and there's a big-time 3rd and goal.
Oh, and Skimbo is not happy about the situation. It gets stingy down here in the red zone, Scott. We call it the dead zone instead of the red zone because it gets hard to get points here. Let's see what Skim has up his sleeve. It's a draw again.
Hands it off. Nothing there. Actually loses a yard, and now he's got a decision.
He's going to take 3. He's going to take his point, Scott. Yep, there it is.
So that's a win for Blocky to be able to hold him out.
Yeah, holding Mike Skimbo, the current #1 Madden player in the world, holding that guy to 3, like you said, that's a win, Scott.
Remember, we got 2 games going on at once, so there's a field goal there. And the Dolphins and the Pats, in a moment, we're going to be going over to Chiefs and Chargers. But let's see if Blocky has a little magic here on the kick return.
And
so he brings it out to the 26-yard line. We're going to transition here, RG, red zone style. We're going to move over to Chargers and Chiefs. This is DJ versus Problem. Problem considered the greatest Madden player of all time. And DJ has proved to be a giant killer so far.
Yes, absolutely. And this is what you love about competitive gaming. You take a relatively unknown player like DJ, and here he is playing up against a guy he watches online day in and day out that he's looked up to, the greatest Madden player of all time, Problem Eric Wright. And this is what competitive gaming's all about, Coltrane.
And there's Leonard Fournette. Did it big at LSU, and now he's doing it big here for Problem. Problem part of Luminosity Gaming. Big time in the esports.
Yeah, and Problem, and we talked about it. You see Fournette there on the Chargers. This is that ultimate team aspect we're talking about. Fournette's the running back he wanted to go with. He fitted into that salary. And Problem's known for having one of the best run games in the world of all time. So you best believe that Leonard Fournette is going to be heavy in his game plan and will most likely be getting busy in this game.
Rocking the Bosa jersey. That Travis Kelce rocking on the other side for DJ, who is a huge Chiefs fan.
Yeah, he considered himself a Chiefs homer. DJ Lamas.
He's down in Fort Worth, Texas now, but spent a lot of time in the Kansas City area.
Yeah, absolutely.
3rd and inches. This is a big play with 30 seconds to go. Ball just over midfield at the 49. And he's going to sneak it with Marcus Mariota. And that'll be enough to pick up the first down for Problem.
See DJ, I mean, check this out. This is his first ever live event. Buys himself on ESPN. He's got his wife Jessica at home watching, Mom Yvette, his daughter Elena, and he has a baby boy on the way as well. And Problem just had a baby boy of his own.
So that's the end of the first quarter in both our games. 0-0 here between Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers. DJ and Problem, Blocky and Skimbo. Just a 3-point game. It's stingy here in Orlando. We're expecting fireworks as we move throughout these games.
Yo, CP, what up? Yo, I'm open over here. Give me the ball.
Nah, man. You had the safety over the top.
Nah, I had him beat.
Chris, do I need to remind you? I'm Tom Brady. I know when someone's open.
So why don't you remind me with the ball? Throw it right at my head.
You can't keep calling every play.
Man, I'll call you whenever I feel like it.
Now you can join up and play as a team online. Madden NFL 18, rated E for everyone.
Rated E for everyone.
On my own.
All this power in the palm of my face. Oh, what would they do next?
They do what they do, boss.
That's my fish guy. Let it ring.
Who is it?
My fish guy.
Who?
Augie, my fish guy.
Fish guy? What fish guy?
It's just my fish guy. Chill. He's on Tokyo time anyway.
Your phone privileges are revoked.
Madden NFL 18 plays best on Xbox One X.
The opponent I would least like to face is Skimbo.
Definitely Skimbo.
The only answer really is Skimbo.
Skimbo.
It's gonna have to be Skimbo.
Just how well he knows the game. I think he's significantly above anybody else.
I mimic a lot of my game after him. He blew me out last year, and he's looking great so far this year.
He's on a roll right now.
I think he's #1 all time.
I will win the club championship because I need it.
With them brothers with the feedback. Like my levels, I don't need that.
And there's the man right there, Michael Skimbo from Claremore, Oklahoma. Nobody wants to face this guy.
Can you blame him? I mean, this is a guy that banked over $200,000 alone in last year's Madden circuit. When I tell you he approaches the game like the New England Patriots, I'm not tugging your chain, Scott. That's how he does it. He is the most surgical player we have. He has the best preparation. His composure is world class. And that was no joke. When that was organic answers. When they say, who don't you want to play? That's the answer. It's Skimbo, especially nowadays.
Wearing that Tom Brady jersey, his favorite player, and he does. He approaches this game just like Tommy Ballgame.
It's a business for him. This isn't a video game. It's not fun. This is what he does full-time currently.
Trust me, it's fun. He still has fun. The fun is in the winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And and Adrian mentioned it earlier, in this MCS era where you get a belt for winning a major, he's the only one with 2 belts. 2-time champion. 2-time.
Rough spot here, 3rd and 24 for Blocky. He's going to take off with Deshaun Watson, the rookie from Clemson, and he'll pick up the first down and more. Wow.
And look at the intensity of Blocky. And you think Skimbo was the only one preparing for this match for 3 months? Blocky knew once Skimbo won that Patriots club event that they would face off, and Blocky's been doing his homework as well, preparing for Skimbo. And he's no pushover. Blocky's the real deal.
And Deshaun Watson's going to take off again. This time he slides down at the 44. It's going to be just shy of the first down, 2nd and 1. 2 back-to-back big runs for Deshaun Watson for Blocky.
Yeah, Blocky, Abbott Lopez, 21 years old from Miami, Florida, representing his Miami Dolphins. Going up against Mike Skimbo, #1 ranked player in the world.
Tries to get out of there with Deshaun, but not before he gets wrapped up. 3rd and 3.
And you saw that promo for the Ultimate League, Scott. That's the big 16-man, $500,000 prize pool tournament at the end of the year. Skimbo's already qualified for that. But Blocky, in order to qualify for that, he's going to need to make a deep run in this club championship event.
Deshaun throws it to the side. And that'll bring up a 4th and 3. And you just don't get as many possessions as you do in a normal game. That's why you'll see him go for it right here.
Yeah, absolutely, Scott. I got to spend some time with Coach Madden himself when we were talking a little Madden football. And I said, Coach, in a 5-minute quarter game, how much more aggressive do you get with your play call? And he said, absolutely, you got to get more aggressive. 4th downs, you go for it a lot more in these situations. So it might seem gimmicky, but coach-wise, he's doing the right thing. Big play. He held
Westbrook got the first down at the 29. 1st and 10 for Blocky. Wow, 3-0 game here, but what a big pass from Blocky. That's going to set up 1st and 10 at the 29.
Kidding me? 4th and 3, steps up in the pocket, slangs the rock over the middle, possession catch against the #1 player. Blocky's making moves right now.
And Muhammad gets wrapped up. Let's get an update from the other game between the Chargers and the Chiefs.
Thanks, guys. AFC West, problem with the Chargers. DJ with the Chiefs, problems on the board.
He's establishing that ground game early, gives him a 7-0 lead.
3:30 left in the second. We will keep you posted, guys. Back to you.
Well, the GOAT and the Chargers with a lead over there. First touchdown between these two contests, but Blocky's on a drive.
And problem, we're not used to seeing him in these situations. For him to make Ultimate League, he needs to make a serious run in this tournament. And that's not a situation he's used to being in.
And throws it away. He tried to get his A receiver to playmaker up the field, but it just wasn't open, and he smartly throws it away.
Yeah, when you say playmaker, that's a mechanic in Madden where you flick up the right stick in the direction you want the closest receiver to you to redirect this route. It's kind of like when you point to your guy, hey, turn it upfield, turn it upfield. That's what the playmaker mechanic is for those that don't know.
In field goal range here at the 26, but here's a 3rd and 7.
Oh, he's screaming blitz.
Picked up the blitz, but couldn't get away from Joey Bosa, who gets his first sack of the game.
Yeah, Joey Bosa is one of the more popular DNs in this Ultimate Team game. He has a decent cap. He has a good pass rushing ability, can stop the run, and has some speed behind him.
And Dan Bailey will try to tie this thing up with a 47-yarder.
Skim's got a block!
And he almost blocked it! And it gets over the bar, and we are tied up at 3. Let's get an update on what's going on in the other game with Dave and Rico.
Thanks, guys. Problem continuing to do what he's known for, Rico. Play defense.
Yep, that defensive specialist clicked on, grabbed the pick, heading the other way.
And now Problem is driving. He is inside the 5 of DJs. We'll keep you posted. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, gentlemen. Well, Problem's got a good start to the second quarter. A lot of these guys sort of filling each other out, and we understand he's in good position here. 1st and 10, and there we got some offsides. How about we transition? You want to transition, RG? You want to head over to the other game, see what's going on?
I like red zone.
We'll stand by. We got some more updates over there on the other side with the Chiefs and the Chargers. But right now, Skimbo's putting on a clinic on how to work your cadence to get guys to jump off sides. No. That's 10 free yards.
Yeah, and Blocky didn't expect this. Blocky thought Skimbo was going to be in the gun punch all game long, but Skimbo has this pistol formation where he's drawing Blocky off sides, and that's not something Blocky's used to. This is to throw his game off.
Well, look at this. We got a touchdown on the other side, guys.
That's right, guys. I mentioned he was inside the 5, Rigo. Punched it in right there.
That made short work of that one. Really quickly extended his lead.
14-0, under 2 minutes. Back to you.
And 14 unanswered in the second quarter by Problem. Tied up 3-3 in a sort of a defensive battle between the Dolphins and the Patriots. Skimbo with a Wentz. Tries to get out of the pocket, and he can't. Williams with the sack.
In the competitive Madden community, this aggressive pass rush that Blocky is running, some people call it an exploit, some people call it overpowered, but a lot of gamers will just complain about it. And when we say Michael Skimbo's surgical, this is what we're talking about. He didn't complain about it. He went, he practiced, found a way to counter it, and now he's giving Blocky fits with it.
There's the 2-minute warning. All of a sudden, 2nd and 9 for Skimbo.
Can you imagine if we see a Problem Skimbo match later on in this club championship? It will be a rematch of last year's Madden Championship final, which was a very close game between those two.
No problem would like another shot at Skimbo. And there is Brandon Cooks on a little slant route. That'll pick up the first down. And so at the 43-yard line, the clock is moving. And when we talk about the greatest players of all time, you talk about Skimbo, who's the champ. Problem is doing his thing. The main reason these guys are so successful is their clock management, especially at the end of the half and the end of the game.
Oh, man, these guys know how to control that clock. They'll make sure, if Skimbo has his way, he'll make sure this is the last possession at the half. So don't be surprised if Blocky doesn't get another chance to see that ball.
He's been rocking those Patriots long before. Really, I mean, I always see him rocking that throwback Moss jersey, and now he's got his favorite player jersey on. Brady trying to get to Minnesota. Top 8 players in this group of 32 will take a trip to the Super Bowl. Good run there by Jamal Charles. It's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 34.
The focus of these two. Not a lot of emotion right now. It's just straight focus, Coltrane.
Needs a yard to keep the drive alive. Pistol formation again. You see him going to that pistol formation, hard snapping, and then setting back into his base offense. And there's the motion. He hands it off, and Jamal Charles flew through the gap, but he picked the wrong gap, and Jamal Charles cuts it back for the first down.
Yeah, Blocky shot through the gap. He tries to blow up this run manually. You see his user defender takes a bad angle, gives Skim room to work, and gets a big first down. Now he's got it on block. He's 19. Over the middle!
Touchdown, Skimbo!
And look at Skim showing some emotion. He knows he just came up big before the end of the half to put Blocky's back up against the ropes.
And the Patriots take the lead over Blocky and the Finns. The kick is up, and it is good. Wow, RG.
The consistency of Mike Skimbo is immaculate, Coltrane. He just consistently gets it done. What a drive. Now Blocky only has 26 seconds, but he has all 3 timeouts. Blocky needs to be careful here, though, not to get too greedy and turn the ball over and give Skim a chance to get more points.
Good return here, past the 30. Take a look at this again, RG.
I think it's going to be a high
absolute
pass.
rope. Yeah, high pointed in the back of the end zone to Cooks.
Yeah, you hold the LB button. It's going to put some extra arc on that ball. That's how he got it over those defenders in the middle. Found Cooks in the end zone. That was a big-time throw by Mike Skim.
1st and 10. They mark it at the 30. He does have 3 timeouts, and he has a man.
Whoa!
That's Jones, and he'll use his first timeout at the 48. So getting near the end of the half, 15 seconds in this one. 10-3 Blocky now, and we're going to double box it. 14-0 on the left. The key drive right here is on the right. Problem's worked his way to the 22. Blocky at the 48. Problem could really put him in a good situation on the left side. Watson getting outside the box and trying to throw it where only his receiver could get it. Now he only has 9 ticks left on the left side. Problem has 1 timeout left, trying to get maybe 1 more runoff. And DJ's able to bottle that up, so I assume Problem will kick a field goal there.
Yeah, Problem going up 3 possessions. Oh, Skim almost picked it. Problem going up 3 possessions. That's a big deal because coming up back down 3 possessions against a player of Problem's caliber, very unlikely, Scott.
So Problem will kick this one through and put himself up 17. DJ in the Chiefs, he's been phenomenal, but right now at the half, Problem has got him blanked. 17-0. And we got 10-3 on the other side with the Pats and the Finns. So here at the half, you can see in the AFC West, 17-0, AFC East 10-3. Really in the second half, that is when these Madden games really start to get explosive. You're done filling each other out. Now you got to make a real move, RG.
Yeah, the game I got my eye on is that Skimbo versus Blocky match. You don't want to count DJ out, but being down 3 possessions against Problem, he has a real mountain to climb over there. But that Skimbo Blocky game is neck and neck, and that's going to be a bananas second half.
What's going to be the key for Blocky to get back in this one?
He just needs to be able to keep up with Skimbo on offense. It's extremely hard to get stops on Skimbo, so Blocky's going to need to keep his offense moving the ball and getting points. He's not going to be able to have drives where he doesn't turn them into points.
Well, it's been an incredible first half of Madden football. You got one player, the greatest of all time, Problem in the Chargers, up 17-0. And can Skimbo, the #1 player in the world, hold on? You're going to have to find out next.
I just really started getting into, fashion heavy. I still got some work to do, but I'm on my way up. We're taking care of my hair. Beautifying. And my face at the same time. You already know what's going on, man. My God. I wake up in the morning, or maybe even the night before. I think about how I want to feel, adjust how I want. I love everything that they got, so I'm just trying to incorporate, some of my own stuff. The blue steel, that's my go-to. Dope blue graphic tee. You're gonna love this one. My favorite part of the NFL lifestyle brand is just the variety, the uniqueness. Hopefully, I influence a lot of men to let them know they can wear what they want. I hope you guys enjoyed the photo shoot. I hope you guys have fun in my NFL lifestyle shoot. See you guys in the season. Travis Kelsey taking the handoff with these boys right here. Let's get it, baby. All about the gun, baby. Yo, it's the muscle thing, man. Taking the handoff and sending it back to you, baby.
And welcome back to Orlando, Florida. We are at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. We are at halftime in our AFC West and AFC East divisional final games, Rico, so far. 2 really solid games. Problem looking like Problem. Skimbo kind of getting going towards the end of that first half, starting to hit his stride as well.
Yeah, Problem, he is who we thought he was. The defensive specialist, he's pitched a shutout in the first half, and he's established his run game. Skimbo finally got his offense clicking. Blocky needs to keep up.
We're going to see what's going to happen in the second half. But first, highlights from these first halves. Problem and DJ, like you mentioned. Problem, the GOAT overall, also the defensive GOAT, putting that on display. But first, establishing the ground game.
That's the worst feeling in Madden, when you can't stop that run. It's helpless, and right now, DJ is in that position. Problem, controlling the ball on both sides, just as effective as it can be.
We heard Scott and RG mention during the broadcast how important ball control is in Madden, as we see Problem get into the end zone for his first touchdown. Establishing the run, like Problem's been able to do, goes a long way in controlling the clock.
Absolutely, and the thing you have to be concerned about if you're DJ is you have a 3-score deficit to come back from, and with Problem running the ball so effectively, it's going to shrink that clock.
If you are in DJ's shoes right now, You're the less experienced player. You're on this big stage for the first time as we see Problem just continue to pound the rock into the end zone. What do you do if you're him? How do you get back into this game when it's such a dominant defensive performance?
Right now, he's in a box. He needs to think outside the box. He's going to have to mix up his blitzes, mix up his coverages, try to do something different on offense, or it's going to be a long second half for him.
In normal football, regular football, we'd see a lot of throwing in this situation. Is that the case in Madden, or can you maybe kind of get back into this game with some good defense and running the ball?
He can hope to break a run. He's broken a couple of big runs in his earlier games, but he's going to have to take the ball to the air. He cannot allow Problem to get that defense, get that full head of steam, and then with the way he's running the ball right now, he has to do something different to take over momentum in this game.
We'll look for that in the second half. We've got another great game going on right now as well from the AFC East. It's Skimbo against Blocky. Let's take a look at this first half, Rico. We heard RG before the game mention Skimbo's been thinking about Blocky for a long, long time. To start things off, he had Carson Wentz getting loose.
Yes, Skimbo has put together a great game plan. He is the ultimate take what the defense gives him player. If you're going to go ahead and drop your secondary back, he's going to take the underneath stuff. If you're going to go ahead and man everybody up, he's going to run with his quarterback. He can do it all. And
not to be outdone, might as well just get loose with Deshaun Watson as well, breaking free for a huge run here for Blocky. Not something we see out of Skimbo's defense very often.
Yeah, Blocky found a hole and was able to take advantage of it here, but Skimbo did not allow the touchdown. Bend, but don't break.
That's right, that's the name of the game in Madden defense. Almost got that block kick right there, coming in off the edge.
The look on Skimbo's face right there tells it all. He is a perfectionist when it comes to Madden. He knew he had an opportunity to make sure he didn't put any points on the board. He let that one slide.
Nice defensive stop and a high point pass to the back of the end zone for the touchdown that has given him the lead. There he is hanging out, waiting for the second half to start. But right now, Rico, we've got a real treat. Adrian Lawrence is down with one of the biggest characters, one of the best players in the entire Madden community. He's from Philadelphia, a huge Eagles fan, but also one of Skimbo's best friends. Adrian, you're with Dub.Dubby.
Yes, I am standing here with Dubby, the man, the legend. So what's going on here? I see you have this Eagles hat, Patriots jersey. Come on, fill us in.
Go Birds. But however, they told us that the winner of this tournament will go ahead and get Super Bowl tickets. I'm going to be in Minnesota, and I'm trying to get into the game. And so I'm really rooting for Skimbo. So today I'm going to rock the Tom Brady jersey and really hope he wins this so he can take me to the Super Bowl because he owes me for all the hard work I put in to get him ready for this tournament.
Oh, a lot of hard work I should attribute to you. Okay. Well, Skimbo right now, he's in the lead, 10-3 over Blocky. How would you assess his game so far?
I mean, he's playing great. He's really prepared for everything. He's getting him to jump off sides. He's scrambling with the quarterback. He's getting passes wide open because he's running the ball pretty well, and he's utilizing Carson Wentz, who is the best quarterback in the league. He's utilizing his mobility, allowing Blocky to have to blitz more people, leave throwing lanes open. He's hit about 3 posts wide open. He's playing really well. If he would have got a touchdown on the first drive, this game would have looked really good.
And I know you're already in the Ultimate League because you have enough points in the Madden Championship Series, as does Skimbo also with his win. But Problem is knocking at the door. If Problem gets into the Madden Ultimate League, how is that going to change the mix-up?
It's great. Problem's the biggest star in the game, so we really need him on that stage in the Ultimate League, just bringing more exposure to the game. It's always an honor to play Problem because he's the most achieved Madden player that we have. So to play him is always a test, and it'll be a great opportunity for all of us. I'm looking forward to him continue winning. I see he's up a lot this game, so I'm looking forward to play him maybe next week, but then also in the Ultimate League.
Debbie, very, very insightful. Do you guys have any questions for this mastermind here?
Question for you, Dubby. We're all knowing that the GOAT is playing right now. Which game is he playing in?
Oh, well, he's playing in the game against the Dolphins, and he's wearing the Tom Brady jersey. But, listen, a lot of people talk about that, and there's no slight to Problem. Like I said, he's the most accomplished man player, and he's who we all look up to. He's the pinnacle. But Skimbo's my guy, so if you ask me that question, I'm always going to go with him. Michael Skimbo is the best man player to ever do it.
Well, there you go. That sounds pretty definitive when it's coming from a guy like Dubby who has the kind of level of success that he does. Adrian, thank you very much. Rico, your thoughts on that real fast?
Wow. I wish Dubby and Skimbo good luck. They're heading to the Super Bowl. We're going to be there.
That's right.
We're wondering if they're going to make it. But he was absolutely right. Skimbo has made some great plays. He didn't take advantage of every opportunity he had, but he's a great second half player. His adjustments, look for him.
Absolutely. There's going to be adjustments made all across the board. The game should open up a little bit here. It's going to be Problem in the second half. Skimbo in the second half. Come on back for a whole lot more from the EA Sports Madden Club Championship.
It's over now. Your guy should have thrown the towel. Too late. You're going down. I'm winning. Every battle that I'm in it. 'Cause I keep
Rated E for everyone.
on my own.
Xbox One X Enhanced Madden NFL 18. Ooh, look how fresh I look. Oh, you don't feel it like I do, Marshawn. The most powerful Madden NFL game ever, according to our expert opinion. Go ahead, tell them your name, Marshawn.
They all know me. You? Maybe not.
What? Madden NFL 18. Plays best on Xbox One X.
On my own.
Brady takes the snap. 4-man rush. He's pressured. He throws down the middle. A touchdown!
The Pro Bowl is coming back to Orlando. Don't miss out. Buy your tickets at NFL.com/Pro Bowl on sale.
To go in the fourth. Second down and 10 at the New England 22.
Yes!
Touchdown. So the Jets win.
G.O.A.T. Yes!
We are live in beautiful Orlando, Florida, coming to you with the EA Sports Madden Club Championship. We are at halftime right now in two of our games, the finals of the AFC West and the AFC East. Problem, Skimbo, Blocky, DJ, two really, really well-known Madden players, two lesser-known Madden players. Going to be a really interesting second half here, Rico.
Yep. DJ has his hands full. He's going to need to put something together and put something together quickly if he hopes to get back in this game. Blocky gets the ball off to start the half. He's going to need to score. He needs 7, not 3.
Problem's up big right now. Let's go to Adrian. She's got a little bit more on the go.
If you ask just about anyone in the Madden community who's the GOAT, they'll point to Eric Problem Wright with a groundbreaking game and also an incredible, incredible performance. Problem, he sets the standard. Made over $370,000 playing in Madden. We caught up with the GOAT earlier and asked him about his game plan.
My name is Eric Wright, a.k.a. Problem, representing the Los Angeles Chargers. I've always loved to compete and try to be the best in whatever I did. I just hope I can play good enough and play my A game, and I feel like if I do, no one out there can beat me. My best quality on the Madden field, the virtual field, is defense. Being able to outthink my opponent from the defensive side of the field. I always am able to, manipulate them into doing what I want them to do. Specifically working on my passing game. It's really tough to pass this year. I'm full-time into the game, and I quit my 40-hour day job 2 years ago. There's not a player that I wouldn't mind crossing paths with. That's the competitor in me, and I want to play the best and beat the best.
There may be a new GOAT out there, or at least a little Problem. Problem became the proud papa on New Year's Eve to a beautiful baby boy named Eric Wright, better known as EJ. To you, Scott and RG.
Well, he's got a son. That's right, a brand new son, and he's a proud papa. And I can tell you this: they're whole proud to be at home. His son up 17-0 right now over DJ, and he's just doing this thing. He's just being proud.
Yeah, and when you say B, that's his wife, Miss B. She's one of the most supportive women I've ever seen. She gets behind him.
She's absolutely great.
And she's phenomenal. That's an awesome family right there, the right family, and you just can't be more happy for them that they got baby EJ over there.
Well, 17-0 there. Chargers with the lead, headed up by Problem Right. But we're going to get started here in the second half with Pats and Dolphins. Blocky representing the Miami Dolphins, Michael Skimbo representing the New England Patriots. And they're in a 10-3 game. And the key here is this opening drive, RG, for Blocky, trailing by a touchdown.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge drive, like you said, Coltrane. We talked about it before halftime. The key for Blocky is he needs to continue to put up points because Michael Skimbo getting stops against him is so rare. It's going to be a defining drive for Blocky in this game.
Blocky, a huge Dolphins fan. Skimbo, all in on the Patriots. We talked about it for a long time. Didn't have an NFL team in Oklahoma. Was a big Red Sox fan and just latched on to the NFL team up there in New England. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, just throws it away and knows that he cannot have a turnover here early in the second half.
Yeah, and you'll see that in high-level Madden. When you're playing your buddy at home, they'll force passes downfield, they'll take sacks. These guys are not scared to throw the ball away, live to fight another down, and make good decisions and protect the football, and that's what's part of what makes them so great and able to play on such an elite level.
You got Julio Jones off to the left for the rookie, Deshaun Watson, and he flips the script and puts his bunch to the left. Picks up the blitz, makes a nice throw to Grant, and that's going to make it 3rd and manageable at the 32.
Both Blocky and Skimbo, they both run this gun bunch formation. They both run that West Coast offensive playbook. So they're very familiar with each other's game plans, not just because they studied each other, but because they run pretty much the same scheme on offense, just a couple different plays.
Deshaun throws it into coverage. And Skimbo almost had him one.
Kind of gives Blocky a look right there, like, don't be testing me, Block. This is going to be a big play, Coltrane. He's going to go for it on this 4th and 3 in his own territory. And if he doesn't get it, it's a big deal because Skim's already in field goal position. And he'll be able to make it a 2-possession game and kill some clock. This is the biggest play of the game thus far, Cole.
4th and 3. Blocky with Deshaun Watson as his quarterback.
He's not keeping anyone into block. The blitz is coming.
Needs 3 yards.
It's
and
close.
Westbrook, it's going to depend on the spot, and they're going to give him the first down. It was that close to being a turnover on downs.
Remember that Al Pacino speech in Any Given Sunday where you got to fight for every inch? That was a great example.
And he picks him off. The legend, Paul Krause. Touchdown, Skim. He's got his Brady jersey on. We got Tom Brady, the cover athlete of Madden 18 in the back. It's all Patriots right now.
Oh my goodness. What a momentum play. Blocky gets Skimbo on a 4th and 3. Looking like he's going to continue to put the drive together, and Skimbo punches him in the mouth on defense to take a 14-point lead. Blocky's in a situation.
And we were just saying, you cannot turn the ball over. And it's the worst one possible. It's the pick 6. As Renfro refuses to go down. Look at it again, RG, in the flats, and he's right there.
Oh my goodness, did you see Paulie Krause just break on that? The legend, the all-time interception.
It's been a lot of time with the Vikings and the Redskins. Let's just add one more to the total for Paul Krause as Von Miller comes up with a sack. He's been rocking that Von Miller all season.
Yeah, that's the base version of Von Miller. It's a 90 overall. It'll get you some pressure. Skimbo's got all kinds of momentum right now. Blocky's in a real situation. He's got some adversity to fight through, but he's on his horse with Watson.
The collision course that Skimbo and Problem have been on for really the last 2 years. It's a big argument right now. Who's the best? Both of them with successful games here tonight. Put up 17 points apiece. 17-3. Blocky's got some work to do with 3.5 to go in the third. Ball right at the 43. Watson.
Good read.
Good corner route to the 42. He's in plus territory. Got to cut it back to a one-possession game here, RG.
Oh, absolutely. This is a must-score, a touchdown drive for Blocky. He's going to be in 4-down territory for this entire drive.
And he throws it away. No one open. But Skimbo right now, he's covering the scramble, he's covering the deep routes, and he's also got him boxed up underneath.
I can't believe it. And the Madden community since last year has been waiting for a Problem Michael Skimbo rematch. And if things keep going the way they're going, we might see that in the next few days here.
We'll be here in Orlando. It'll be up in Minnesota, the site of the Super Bowl.
Oh, big sack!
Pushes it back to 3rd and 12 at the 44. Huge third down. And Westbrook can't hold on. Let's get an update with Rico and Dave.
Guys, Problem is pouring it on here. Rico, the pass defense, just too much.
Absolutely. Pick 6, taking it to the house, and just increasing that lead.
24-0, minute 12 left in the third quarter. We'll keep you posted.
That's how much competition these guys are in. Oh, you got a pick 6, Skimbo? I got to do the same thing over here on the other side.
Oh, and as you see Skimbo getting Blocky on 4th down, about to get the ball. And this is the one weak spot in Skimbo's game. Since he passes the ball so heavily, he doesn't have the greatest run game, so he constantly finds himself in these situations where he's up multiple possessions late in the game, but it's not as easy for him to kill that clock because he's so reliant on passing the ball. It's the one weakness that I really see in Skimbo's game. Trouble closing him out, but when you read it, it's good.
With a spin move, and he'll pick up the first down at the 37. And a majority of the time, his run game is weaker because also his halfback is weaker.
Yeah, he doesn't spend a lot of salary cap on that running back. I want to call something out on that last play. The spin was nice, but the cool thing was, did you see how he went down and protect his receiver to avoid the big hit, avoid the fumble? And that's a mechanic in Madden. If you just want to get down and avoid those hits, you hold the left trigger, the right trigger, and tap that X button, and they'll go into that give-up position. It's a good way to protect your players.
With Jamal Charles, he'll work his way to the 33, and now 2 minutes remaining in the third. Skimbo in control. In the other game, Problem in control.
And remember, you saw Dubby's interview at halftime. Dubby beat Problem in a $90,000 game of Madden at last year's Madden Ball in Houston during the Super Bowl. And then later on in the season, Skimbo in the Madden Championship beat Problem in the finals in a $100,000 game. So Problem's, he's on a mission for his revenge against those two, and it's looking like they may end up crossing paths. But this game, not completely over yet. Blocky, if he can force some sort of turnover, block a kick, take it the other way. We've seen crazier things, Cole.
3rd and inches for Skimbo.
And look at Skimbo just killing that clock. You see that play clock in the top right? He's just going to let that drain down as much as he can. Try to get this game over with.
Needs an inch.
Look at that, all the way to 2 seconds.
He's going to throw it. And it's Cooks. All the way to the 8-yard line. He's in the red zone. 1st and goal for Skimbo.
It's just a good old-fashioned slant route. Stay strong in the pocket. Carson Wentz to Brandon Cooks. And there's a reason why he's the #1 player in the world, is his execution is pretty much flawless. Well, you don't need to run the ball. You just 3rd and inches. Let me just throw this slant for a big
it was like an inch. He could have sneaked it for the first.
No, not when you.
That's too easy for Skim.
It's going to draw.
And there is Jamal Charles who gets hit right.
And you see Skim. He's saying that's perfect. And the reason being, Scott, is not scoring the touchdown allows him to kill the rest of this clock in the 3rd quarter, take it to the 4th quarter. And he can even kill clock at the start of that 4th quarter if he doesn't get into the end zone. Skimbo's in perfect position right now.
So we'll be heading momentarily to the 4th quarter in this one, 17-3. Skimbo with the lead over Blocky. And right now the Patriots, of course, they're looking good in real life, but they're looking good here in Madden football as well as Skimbo up 17-3. The Chargers of Los Angeles, that's where Problem's home is. He's up 24-0 over DJ, who has really been the giant killer throughout this club championship, but he has not been able to get it done against the greatness of Problem. We've had some incredible football in the first 3 quarters. We still got 1 quarter to go here from Orlando. Make sure you come right back.
I just really started getting into, fashion heavy. I still got some work to do, but I'm on my way up. We taking care of my hair and my face at the same time.
You already know what's going on, man.
My God.
My favorite part of the NFL lifestyle brand is just the variety, the uniqueness. Yo, CP, what up?
Yo, I'm open over here. Give me the ball.
Nah, man. You had the safety over the top.
Nah, I had him beat.
Chris, do I need to remind you? I'm Tom Brady. I know when someone's open.
So why don't you remind me with the ball? Throw it right at my head.
You can't keep calling every play.
Man, I'll call you whenever I feel it.
Now you can join up and play as a team online. Madden NFL 18, rated E for everyone.
Rated E for everyone.
On my own.
All this power in the palm of my face. Oh, what would they do next?
They do what they do, boss.
That's my fish guy. Let it ring.
Who is it?
My fish guy.
Who?
Augie, my fish guy.
Fish guy? What fish guy?
It's just my fish guy. Chill. He's on Tokyo time anyway.
Your phone privileges are revoked.
Madden NFL 18 plays best on Xbox One X.
We only got 25 minutes.
Yeah, this game crazy.
Well, we've been playing some professional Madden football, but also we've had a lot of folks here at the ESPN Worldwide of Sports here in Orlando coming by playing some Madden. It's a generational thing. This is a game that's been around for such a long time. Dads, sons, daughters. Been a great time here in Orlando. Here's the scores right now as we're starting to move to the 4th quarter. Problem with a huge lead over DJ, 24-0. And the interesting game right now is the Patriots and Dolphins. Michael Skimbo, the #1 player in the world, leading 17-3. The question, RG, is will Blocky be able to make a comeback here in the 4th quarter?
Well, it's looking grim and gloomy right now for Blocky. Skim's got the ball on his 1-yard line, already up 2 scores, going into the 4th quarter. And hey, Problem and Skimbo so far, as advertised by us. We weren't messing around when we told you these are the #1 and #2, probably greatest Madden players of all time, not just this year, of all time.
Boy, they're proving it here on a Saturday night in Orlando. They're trying to make their way up to Minnesota to be at the Super Bowl. The Patriots and Eagles are already standing by. Let's see if Michael Skimbo and Eric Problem Wright can finish out their fourth quarters. Jumping back in was Skimbo here on the 1 yard line when we left him. I formation. And Carson Wentz maybe picked up 2 inches.
And I think Skimbo's okay with not getting in. You see him chew that clock, that play clock in the tight right. He's going to get it all the way down to 1 second. And he's completely content right now with killing clock and just taking points here to make it a 3-possession ball game. Even if he doesn't score the touchdown, he's okay with the field goal here. Most important thing is killing as much clock and making it a 3-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter.
So 3rd and goal from the 1.
Poor Blocky. When you got
and this time he will get in.
I mean, when you got Mike Skimbo preparing for you for 3 months, I mean, that's just not fair.
No.
It's like if you gave Belichick 3 months to prepare for his opponent.
You know, he won the New England Club Series, the New England Club Championship. Rico and myself were up there. Dave and Larry were down in Miami, saw Blocky's dominance, and I think that at that point, Michael Skimbo locked in on Blocky.
Yeah, and he knew, because Blocky winning that Dolphins club, they knew that eventually this division was going to come down to those two. They were kind of looking past their first opponents. I mean, not completely, but they knew this is what it was going to come down to. This looks like Skimbo was a little bit more prepared than Blocky.
Watson to Westbrook. That's going to mark it at the 35-yard line. And honestly, he's the Belichick of Madden as far as preparation goes.
Oh, it's not even close.
You can't give him extended time when he knows who his opponent might be.
Yep, absolutely.
1st and 10 for Blocky.
Oh, good stick.
It's not out of the question. We've seen some comebacks thus far here in the Madden 18 Club Championship. But this is a tall mountain to come back 21 against the #1 player in the world.
And for Blocky, right? I mean, he's only 21 years old. This is his first year qualifying for a major event, and he's made some noise. He's going to have a long Madden career ahead of him, no matter what happens in this game. And this esport isn't going anywhere, Scott. This is just getting bigger and bigger as time goes on. Esports are here to stay.
24-3 with 3:49 on the clock. Blocky trying to put together a couple of drives. He's going to need some magic as this thing goes on. And Watson can't get rid of it. Nobody was really open. That's a loss of 4.
Yeah, and Skimbo scoring that touchdown makes it so Blocky needs to get a touchdown of his own. Field goal, no good for him.
You know, we first started doing this back in October. We were out at Arizona with the Cardinals.
Yep.
Hundreds, thousands of Madden players in each of those 32 clubs to get down to this moment.
Yeah, that's good perspective for the viewers. This is the first tournament we've ever had where all 32 NFL teams have their own representative. And it's been a long grind to get there and to get deep into this tournament. And here we are. And the guys that you thought would be here, they're here. Problem, Skimbo. It's also good to see the new faces make names for himself.
Guys like DJ with the Kansas City Chiefs, who beat Beast Mode, who was a belt winner. Beat Drini, who was our last champion.
Yeah.
At the Madden Challenge in December.
They beat 2 belt winners. That's 2 top-tier, world-class players from a relatively unknown player. And that's how you make a name for yourself and a statement in the community. And guess what? Next time DJ goes to a tournament, best believe people are going to know who he is.
It reminds me a lot as they wrap this up 24-0. You can see the clock ticking down. Those guys showing great sportsmanship. It reminds me a lot of March Madness. You'll see a team that can make a run. They'll, maybe make it to the Sweet 16, but at some point you're going to have to play Duke or North Carolina.
Yes.
And that's what's happened with DJ and Problem, who, by the way, is a huge Duke Blue Devil fan.
Yeah, and you see, speaking of fans, DJ, we talked about, he's a guy that watches Problem streams all the time. He's been watching them for years. And to get a chance to go up against them, show some class after the game, shake each other's hands, that's just a great experience. Spending the week out here at the Pro Bowl in Orlando, 84 other Madden players. The community's like a family, and this is what it's all about, Coltrane.
Well, here's 4th in the game for Blocky. If you don't get in here, Skimbo's going to be able to milk that clock down.
This is it for Blocky.
Julio solo to the left.
Blocky still has 3 timeouts, so if he can get in here, he has hope, and it's over.
Deshaun Watson gets sacked, and Skimbo will get the ball. Turnover on downs at the 12-yard line. As you see, Eric Problem right, and his Los Angeles Chargers are going to be making their way to Minnesota. Well, hometown team. They came up from San Diego. Well, you just picked up Problem with that move to L.A.
And you saw Keenan Allen today tweeting that Problem. He said, hey, represent those Chargers right. Well, hey, Keenan, I think Problem did you boys right.
We played a lot of Madden with Keenan, Melvin Ingram. 3rd and 9 here for Skimbo. We're under 2 minutes.
How about the Final Four of this AFC that's going to be out there in Minnesota? You got Spot Me Please. The
Belt winner.
Belt winner. The newcomer Deliverance. Skimbo, 2-time belt winner. And Problem, the greatest Madden player of all time.
So it's Titans, Steelers, Chargers, and Patriots from the AFC.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Going to have a lot of work to do in Minnesota. And Skimbo's going to punt it. Have I ever seen Skimbo punt?
I've seen it.
I can't even remember.
I've seen it.
Am I going too far?
It's like a once in a while.
It's a rarity. And Blocky gets away.
Blocky,
still a little look.
Blocky,
20, 10, 5, touchdown, Dolphins.
Oh, man, Blocky showing some serious stick skill before the end of this game. This is a big play. He's going to have to go for an onside kick now.
He's got 2 timeouts remaining.
Seen crazier things.
I had warmed up the bus. The Blocky's not done yet.
That run was nasty by young Blocky.
Going to need to recover this onside kick.
There it is.
He's got it! Picked up by Blocky!
He's got it! Blocky will not go within the night. Not going to go without a fight.
Take a look at this punt return again.
Spin, broken
tackle, and there he goes. He's on his horse, RG.
Get to the numbers, get on your horse, get him for 6. Get the onside kick. Now you got Skimbo feeling a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, 2 timeouts, and Deshaun Watson cannot get away.
You need to just start getting big chunks of yardage with only 53 seconds, Blocky. Can't be taking sacks right now.
2nd and 15.
Clock's ticking.
Play action. Underneath.
Get out of bounds.
Skimbo's going to give him that. He does. Step out of bounds at the 44. Clock stop, 38 seconds to go. Needs 2 touchdowns. In Madden, 38 seconds can be an eternity. You can't turn it over. And Westbrook can't hang on. Had it, but couldn't secure it.
And we should say, so the 4 teams from the AFC, you got Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Patriots, assuming Skimbo wins, and Chargers. In the NFC, you got the Packers, the Falcons, the Redskins, and the Seahawks representatives advancing to Minnesota as well.
Green Bay, you got Drag. Musafa with Atlanta. Washington has Goes. And then Seattle's Killer Mike.
The defending club champion.
In the Air Force. So that's going to be awesome to see in Minnesota. And Skimbo is just going to kneel this one out as Blocky. A little bit of fireworks late. But Skimbo is going to end up with a 2-touchdown win, 24-10. Michael Skimbo and Eric Problem Wright get it done here in our final game here in Orlando.
And I'll tell you what, Michael Skimbo is a superstar in the making. Just here at the Pro Bowl festivities, they're stopping him for pictures, they're stopping him for autographs. But I'll tell you what, if I'm the head of one of these esports organizations or looking to sponsor somebody, that's the guy I want because he's a champion, he carries himself the right way, and that's a real deal Madden player and esports gamer you got in Michael Skimbo.
Well, you look at it, the New England Patriots, they're already in Minnesota. Their representative here in the club championship for Madden 18. He's going up there. And that's the cool thing is these teams, maybe the teams that have had success like the Patriots, but some teams that maybe haven't this year like the Chargers, they're sending a representative up to Minnesota. And for someone to have someone like Eric Problem Wright as your Los Angeles Chargers, that's amazing. Take a look at these final scores. Problem 24-0, and then Skimbo 24-10. And speaking of the Patriots, speaking of Skimbo, he's standing by with our reporter, Adrian Lawrence.
Skimbo, congratulations on your win. It was a tight game until you pulled away in the third, and then things seemed to be going pretty good for you. What was going through your head?
I prepared for him like I've never prepared for anyone ever. For 3 months, I've focused on Blocky, and for the preparation to pay off, feels great.
And now Problem is going to be advancing, and you're going to possibly be playing him in Minneapolis. I know you're 3-0 against him right now, but his game may have, stepped up. How do you plan to approach that?
Just like everyone else, honestly. That's the thing with him. I just prepare for him like everyone else. See what they like to do and don't overthink it, and just, do what I got to do too.
And W said during the halftime interview that he considers you the GOAT, but many in the Madden community may point to Problem. If you want to change that and take that title away from him, what do you think that you need to do to convince the Madden community?
I always say it. I don't worry about it. When this is all said and done, people can say what they want to say. Right now, I'm just too focused on winning. I could care less.
Well, congratulations on your win, and good luck in Minneapolis.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
I appreciate it. Take a little bracket here. That's who's going to be in Minnesota. Talked about Drag Mustafa.